In Your Dreams is brought to you by Casper. The Casper is an obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price.
It's an award-winning sleep surface because it has sink, it has bounce, it is right on target. I love it.
2015, Time magazine said this was one of the best inventions.
They also have free shipping and returns to U.S. and Canada. That's no joke. You can try a Casper for 100 nights risk-free in your own home. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up. They'll refund you. Everything. Simple as that.
And also, we got an offer code here. It's if you go to www.casper.com/dreams, use the offer code DREAMS, you're going to save $50.
$50 off. Terms and conditions apply to that,
Absolutely.
Of course, so read up on that.
Absolutely.
But do it right now, casper.com/dreams.
All right, I had a dream.
You had a dream.
Like 14 years old.
Reoccurring dream.
Years afterwards.
I woke up in a cold sweat after that. What does that mean?
Welcome back to In Your Dreams, podcast where we analyze your dreams submitted by you, the listeners, letting us know about your dreams. Some of them very funny, some of them very terrifying, and everything in between. I'm Chris Gethard, here helping to lead the charge, a noted, trained dream expert, Gary Richardson. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's
I think
good.
I had a pretty bad burger not too long ago.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed about it, but whatever. We'll get over it.
That stinks. Well, if there's one person in all of New York comedy who I know always cheers me up, it's a man I've known many years at this point. We met, I think, 12 years ago. He doesn't remember that initial meeting, but since then we've had other meetings that he remembers. A very, very charming fellow, hilarious man, hosts Night Train, one of the absolute best shows in New York City, People of Earth, The Daily Show, all sorts of credits that I'm sure everyone is blown away by, but most of all, just a hilarious dude. Wyatt Cenac, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you? It's nice to meet you.
No, we've met so many times.
Oh.
Dozens of times. UCB. I've been on your show at least 10 times. Night Train.
All right.
Okay. We focus on dreams here, your dreams that you submit as listeners. Sponsored by the fine folks at Casper Mattress, sleep experts who have allowed us to make this happen. What's your relationship with your dreams? Do you remember your dreams? Are there any dreams from your childhood or present day that stand out? Because I can offer the layman's opinion. Gary, astute, expert, analysis, trained in this, went to school for this. Any dreams that come to mind from you?
I don't have really good sleeping habits. I usually start on the couch where I pass out watching whatever I've DVR'd, and then will wake up at some point like 3 to 4 hours later to the voices of ESPN anchors talking about something. And I don't know, even if I had dreams, how much of it would be filled with like Stan Verrett and the rest of the ESPN crew.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure I've had dreams, but I just don't remember them because more often than not, what I do remember is some football highlight that I probably for an hour and a half
kept hearing.
A loop.
It was just a weird Westworld loop of NFL highlight.
Gary, from your studies at the Naropa Institute, on the Sherpa track you were on, is there a biological element that you will not go into deep sleep? Do you need, for real, true, rich dreams that are worth analyzing,
there is a sense of calm that has to be present.
So dreams that happen in a safe, secure place are going to be dreams that are far more revealing of your psychology.
Yes, but occasionally somebody is so spooked that they immediately are pretty deep.
Wow. Good to know.
You can scare yourself to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's more of like a loss of breath that happens. You're so aghast that it's like, everything's got to shut down.
Right.
You shut down for a second.
Do you mean fainting?
Yeah, that sounds like fainting.
Now we're talking.
I'm going to go ahead and say we should listen to one of our listener submitted dreams.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fine folks at Casper who sponsor this podcast, they asked us to really get in there, analyze the world of sleep, of dreams. Let's go ahead and hear about one of your dreams that you guys sent in.
Hi, guys. So here's my dream. I had it one time a long time ago when I was probably in my 20s, and it stuck with me since then and so vivid. So in the dream, I start by wandering through a forest. It's very, very green and kind of eerie, and the sun's kind of peeking through the trees. And as I'm wandering, I come to like a ledge. It's like a cliff. And I look down, and there's like a waterfall and like a little pool. And I do a swan dive into this pool. And I immediately get to the bottom of the pool, and I scoop my hands into what feels like little rocks. And I push up off the ground, and I open my mouth as I'm coming to the surface. And as I break the surface of the water, my mouth is full of salt. And the taste is so real and so vivid. And then I kind of like just taste the salt, and then I just wake up. And I've had that dream in my head for decades, and I have no idea what it means. Hope you guys can figure it out.
Now, Wyatt, I don't want to put any words in your mouth. Correct me if I'm wrong. When she said her mouth was full of salt, we're sitting across from each other. I did notice you made a face that reflected some, I don't know if it was confusion or revulsion. You seemed not into the salt in the mouth part of the dream.
That was weird. I mean, the whole thing sounded a lot like the music video for TLC's Waterfalls.
Oh, interesting.
So there was a part of it that I think up until that point I had assumed, oh, maybe she saw the TLC music video Waterfalls just in passing and maybe has never seen it again.
T-Boz has Incepted her.
Yeah, and so everything was going along that line where, oh, right, she's going to go down in the water and she'll come up as a water creature and start dancing with her two water friends. But when she came up and had a mouthful of salt, I was a little confused.
So you look for the literal roots of the dreams. I thought the salt was and that to me seems like the turning point. Salt is seasoning. It's something that we mine from the earth. It's something that humans use to affect change in their daily lives. I'm wondering if that is my instinct as far as what maybe stands out. But Gary, you are the expert. What are you taking away from
Me,
this?
if we're talking about salt, I'm talking about the salt of the earth. We're talking about your layman, right? That's what I'm thinking of. I'm saying, okay, what is her connection to the everyman? Because obviously she's not one of them. She has obviously been in this lush green surrounding area where it's very beautiful. The sun's peeking through, and she's confronted with this. She has to go to a completely different area. We're talking the bottom of a pool, and also there's a pool in the forest. Who put that there?
I thought she said it was like a waterfall.
Yeah, but I thought it was a waterfall into a pool.
I thought it was a lake.
I didn't think it was like a literal pool.
I can only go off what they tell me.
Right, but I think she didn't specify swimming pool.
Well, she said pool.
Right, but sometimes a pool of water.
That is a phrase that could mean like somewhere between like a pond and a...
Yeah, like it's not when someone put concrete in the ground and then poured water in it. They said, we need a name for this pool.
Gary, I do. I mean...
Maybe it's an above-ground pool. Maybe it's above ground. Maybe we're talking about some plastic, some sort of a...
She never said that. She said I think waterfall
into a pool.
But we're talking about a dream. We're talking about a dream here. Anything could happen. Of course, you could come out of the forest, take a waterfall down into a swimming pool. That's not unbelievable.
As an expert, you're saying that it's almost definitely
absolutely a swimming pool.
But don't you think she would say? And the weird part is, it was a swimming pool. And by the way, then there was salt in my mouth.
See, I think that she would think that was the weird part if the salt wasn't there. I think the salt is the weirdest part. So she's like, I want to kind of focus on that. I don't want these guys to get sidetracked on.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it?
What? And so...
I mean, that's fascinating. I don't know. I feel like and I apologize. I keep kind of nitpicking you on things, but this is all fascinating to me because I don't, like I said, I don't really have dreams that way. And I do defer to you, and I still want to be respectful in that regard.
Gary and I went through this same process. His methods are unorthodox, to say the least, for sure.
For sure.
Salt, any last second salt?
I would just say reconnect with your roots.
Reconnect with your roots. You're thinking maybe this is someone who's blue collar, has grown away from that, is missing it subconsciously. Maybe someone who grew up in the country, went to the city, feels like maybe some of those small town values weren't so bad after all.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Well, there's a part of it too. You know, I think it's Young who says that our days, whatever we do in our day, goes into
is reflected in
our sleep. Yeah.
Was that Young or Freud?
Yeah, I think it was Young.
Gary just recently told me that when he was in school. He was in this very weird program called the Sherpa Track. His main professor was known as the Ancient One. He's never known his professor's real name. And apparently the professor only called him Young Money, but with a J.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay, I was like, where's the J? But
like young.
Yeah, right. Like,
Young Money.
Yeah.
Young has come up before is my point.
Yeah. No, well, but I think that's because, he was like a dream analysis guy.
Famous guy,
Yeah. But that, I just wondered with the salt thing, just to go back to the salt thing, if you ascribe to that hypothesis of Jung's that perhaps that bad taste or that weird bitterness might have been...
She had eaten something with too much salt earlier.
Sure. Or that there was maybe something in her life that, perhaps she had a job or something, a relationship or something that was going very well or seemed picturesque, but when she really dove into it, it wasn't as satisfying.
That's really good.
And it left her with this kind of bitter taste in her mouth.
Gary, I'm no
That's what I
expert,
was
but that
getting at.
strikes me as really...
I was going to get there. I was going to say that same stuff, actually.
Wow. That's cool. I mean, Wyatt, that's really cool. That means your instincts are correct on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Wow,
in the meantime, let's. I think let's get to another voicemail. You know, Casper's brought us this. Why? You explain. You fall asleep on couches. You get over to the bed. I'm telling you, if you had one of these Caspers, you'd set up the TV in your room because you wouldn't want to spend any time on the couch.
But I hear you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to have a TV in your room.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, if that's what.
It's not good, they say, for sleeping. I mean, you
but
probably...
I don't.
Yeah, I don't have a TV
My
in
guess
my room.
is that doesn't mean they want you to sleep on the couch with the TV. I don't think the combo of bed and TV is their issue. I think it's the...
Are you a doctor?
I'm not.
right.
Fair.
Yeah.
A fair point.
It's not my intention. It's just that I start watching something and I start watching it at like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. And
Whereas on my end, I don't even bother with the TV because I'm like, I want the memory foam. I want this thermal regulating mattress. I want to lay down next to my wife in this bed. Don't forget, you get $50 off any mattress purchase by visiting casper.com/dreams. Use the offer code DREAMS. Terms and conditions apply. That's www.casper.com/dreams. Offer code DREAMS. And do just want to very sincerely say thank you to the folks at Casper for the Casper mattress. It was so nice of you to let me sample one and so nice of you to sponsor this podcast. Let's hear another voicemail from one of our listeners. You guys submitted your dreams. Let's hear one of them right now.
I had a dream about a week ago that Jimmy Buffett was my dad. The funny part, though, was that, like, the main part of the dream wasn't like, oh, Jimmy Buffett's my dad. It was more like the issues we had. It was like he kept trying to buy my love with, like, fancy watches. And I was like, Jimmy, I don't want these watches. I just want you to be my dad. And it, like, took place on an island, and I'm pretty sure there were a few margaritas. Yep. That was my dream. You guys are having a good day. All right, bye.
Wow. Okay. Jimmy Buffett, margaritas, an island, be a better dad. What are the aspects that jump out to you before we pass it over to our dream expert, Gary Richardson?
it is interesting. I'd be curious to ask her if she was a Jimmy Buffett fan. She kind of speaks of it in this way of it's not clear whether or not she's saying, like, it's funny because having Jimmy Buffett as your dad would be the best thing in the world, or is she a parrot head or not, I think is one of the questions I have. But
I thought it was interesting that she referred to him as Jimmy and not
Jimmy
dad.
and not
yeah.
I wonder what her relationship with her dad is like. What does this say? Because it feels to me like the easy thing to say would be daddy issues, but she sounded so casual. She was giggling about it. It sounds to me like it's not rooted in pain. It's not rooted in it's not something that freaked her out. It was amusing, and I understand the amusing aspects, but this dream did happen. Gary, am I sniffing around the right?
Absolutely. I think that we're talking about Jimmy Buffett as the personification of her father's essence, right? So we're talking about a party dad who maybe isn't there a lot, enough, often, at all, right? Because he's out partying. He's out with his boys, out with the homies, getting lit up on your margaritas, on your G&Ts, that's gin and tonics, on your dark and stormies, you know, on your palomas, you know? I think we're talking about a dad that is getting pretty toasted pretty regularly.
So you're saying,
but he doesn't have.
You're saying from that voicemail, you can tell that her real life dad, the non-Jimmy Buffett dad, drinks dark and stormies.
Probably want to start with the dark and stormy. I feel like when I said G&T, that was I was off base there.
He's more of a classic cocktails guy.
Absolutely.
It's just strange because as you say all that, I can't help but think the way she's talking about the dream, she's amused by it in a way that to me makes me think she maybe has a pretty secure relationship with her father.
Exactly.
No, you just said the opposite.
I don't think so.
You said the opposite.
Well, I didn't get to finish because you guys are nitpicking about the words that I say with the drinks.
I'm not nitpicking. You're saying that her dad was a drunk, and I'm saying...
I'm not saying he was a drunk.
You said he had a drinking problem.
No, I said he was drinking pretty regularly. I think a drinking problem infers that you're destroying interpersonal relationships, and I wasn't saying that at all.
That's exactly what you said. You said
well,
that...
I didn't get there. No, I didn't get there.
No, you said...
I will say, though, like, having done this with Gary 6 times prior, he does have this amazing ability. Like, this is not the first time he's gotten, like so specific. There was one episode where someone gave a dream and Gary was able to say this person definitely works in the fashion industry. That blew me away. There was nothing in the dream that indicated it. Gary tends to be able to listen to dreams and know these ultra specific things. So
wait, and so those people then call back and say he's
no,
right?
we just get voicemails. We have no way to verify any of that. But it's
you don't
been
know
it's been really consistent though. So
not unless they
you're
say
shocked,
it's a
but I'm
thing.
not shocked that Gary could name actual drinks this dad drinks in real life because he's proven this time and time again.
Right, but at the same time, he's proven a thing without actual proof. Like, that's fine. Like,
it's so consistent.
I could say that lady has red hair.
Would you say that's true, Gary?
I don't think so, actually.
You have no way of knowing.
But I don't think so.
What color
Right,
hair?
you don't think so. You don't. I don't think she doesn't. Where's your proof versus my proof?
First of all, I think we're getting contentious. We need to take a breath.
Yeah,
This is going to
I'm sure.
happen when we're dealing with issues of the mind.
Yeah.
Also, though, like I just got this text from my brother. He said, "Call me now, you fucking prick."
Jesus.
So I feel like I gotta follow up on that.
Yeah. You want to take a break?
Yeah, I'm just gonna step out. I mean, you guys. I don't even know if we need a full break. Just give me like a minute to just call and make sure everything's okay. Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
cool.
and I'm sorry. I don't
No
mean to-
apologies.
yeah.
I feel, dude, we're getting down and dirty. We're getting in the ring. We're talking dreams. We're cracking open minds. People are gonna get emotional. It makes sense. I'll be cool. Right back on my end. Yeah.
Yeah. Why, are we good?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's just
I need you to chill out. I think plain and simple. I think I can't have you coming so hard at me.
I'm not really coming hard at you.
You're coming pretty hard at me. I'm gonna lay my shit on the table right now. I am in this to get a bed. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
I've
It's sponsored by Casper, obviously.
Yeah.
You want a mattress? Sure.
I went to art school. Okay? I didn't go to Naropa. I didn't do that. I've been lying to Chris for months now.
So you're not Young Money.
Well, now I am. I have become Young Money.
Oh my God.
I have, over the course of this, I have become Young Money.
So wait, you're just taking advantage of Chris.
I'm not taking advantage of him. I'm taking
Yes, you
advantage
are.
of the system.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not taking advantage of the system.
No, you're taking advantage of Chris. You could have told Chris at any point in time, hey, I am not a real dream expert, but I'd love a mattress. I'll get a book. Like, have you actually read anything about dream analysis?
I am aware of some of the ideas. But I'm feeding people bullshit. What's up, Chris?
It's okay. Sorry about that. He did not mean to text me. It was texting a guy who owed him money.
Oh.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling? Did you have a chance to
Yeah, we're good. Let's get back
base.
into it.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you guys feel?
I feel great. I feel
good.
great. I'm excited.
I'm feeling good right now,
I've
actually.
learned. I feel it's funny because as a comedian, you do tons of podcasts.
Sure.
You always know you're going to get in there, laugh, talk about things. I have learned a lot. I feel like I have managed to learn. It's cool to work with someone who has knowledge I don't have because I get to soak it up a little bit, and that's all. That's like I feel like it's enriching in a way. So
Sure.
yeah. I also do. I just kind of want to say, also on my end, I just want to say that there has been tension in this episode. I feel totally responsible for it. I want to pause. I've been so excited because you guys are two friends of mine and two very funny people. And I really did think you guys were going to hit it off. And I sense a little tension, and I feel like I should have done a better job.
No, it's not on you, Chris.
It's not on you.
I mean, look, Casper did come to me. They did say, we want to know if you will do this thing. And I said, I really love your product. I believe in it. Like, it's one of these things with sponsored content. People offer up a lot of, like, sponsored content opportunities. And then you meet a company like Casper where I'm like, no, I sleep on your product. I believe in it. My wife loves it. It's
Sure.
made my life better. And I want to do a lot of heavy lifting. I want to bring in people who I really trust and admire and love and who I think can bring the heat.
Sure, and I mean, yeah, to hear you talk about this mattress, you've used it, you feel good about it.
Yeah.
And so that feels ethical in what you're doing. What would be unethical is to simply say and do whatever was possible just to get whatever product or
I feel
promotion.
Like you're talking to me, but you're staring at Gary. Well, it's weird that you're... I just want to hear one more dream, and then we can all maybe go our separate ways, because this is... I thought you guys were going to really get along. Let's hear one more dream. One more listener submitted dream. You guys sent so many voicemails. It's so cool. I feel so privileged and lucky that I've been able to be a part of this here in our penultimate episode.
Before we do it, could you and I go out for a second? Will you meet me outside just for
right
one
now?
second? Yeah. I'm sorry. I just want to.
I just want to. Something feels really off here, and I'd love to solve it. Then we'll get into one more dream from you guys.
I'll follow you out. Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow you out. I'll be right with you.
Yeah.
You need to fucking tell him, you piece of shit.
Don't do this to me.
You tell him or I do.
Don't do this to me. All right?
Why not?
Because I got a fucking cushy gig set up right here. Do not fuck this up for me.
What's in it for me? What's in it for me to keep my mouth shut?
What do you want? What do you want? Name your price.
If you get that Casper mattress, I want the Casper pillows.
I'm going to try my hardest.
You're not going to fucking try.
I'm going to talk to the guys, and we're going to get that for you.
So you're saying if I shut my mouth and I don't say anything, if I walk out there and I just say, hey, I'm sorry, whatever, like, I'm just in a weird headspace, and then we come back in and we listen to this last story, and I let you do your bullshit fake analysis that when
yes,
all this is said and done, you're going to incentivize me in a way that I keep this little ruse of yours alive.
I got you.
I'm gonna go talk to Chris, and you think about it. And when he comes back in, you can either come clean, or if you give me a signal of some kind and let me know that this is the deal you want, I get.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
You think about it.
Okay,
you think about it.
I understand it.
You think about it.
I don't even like this motherfucker. Take my fucking money. Hey.
What's up?
Nothing's up.
Yeah.
Nothing's up. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm glad we had a chance to talk. Yeah, Wyatt just let me know that he's been like weird headspace. I've been in a weird headspace. So we're gonna clear the tension out right before we hear this last stream. You feeling good, Gary?
Yes,
we're good?
yes, we're good.
All right, you and I are good.
Yes, we're good.
All right.
Is your hand's kind of like shake? Is your hand okay?
I think I've had too much coffee.
Oh, okay.
But we're good. Let's shake on it.
Okay.
We're good. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. That's beautiful
Yeah.
to see. That's cool. Two of my friends
Yeah.
bonding, coming. That's awesome. That's good. That's the perfect tone to set before we hear our final dream
Yeah.
submitted
Yeah.
by our listeners.
Let's just get into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for submitting all your voicemails. Thank you to Casper for allowing us to happen. It's a fantastic project. You get $50 off towards any mattress purchased by visiting www.casper.com/dreams. Use the offer code DREAMS. Terms and conditions, they apply to that, of course. But again, you get $50 off. Good deal.
Yeah, thank you,
Fantastic product.
Casper.
Yeah, I wish everybody out there should. I mean, people would be more well rested. The world would be a happier place if everybody slept on a Casper because you just get better rest on it.
Yeah.
One
final
more dream.
dream.
Yeah, one more dream.
Final dream
Yeah.
from you, our listeners. Let's hear it.
This is a dream that I first had when I was probably like 10, and I've had it sometimes since, but it's always the same dream. I'm a little kid, and I'm in one of those playpens, like in McDonald's or like a fast food place that they had like slides and other stuff in the back with like a ball pit and stuff. And I'm going through it, and I get to the ball pit, but the ball pit is bones. There's just bones. And then I get the realization that I killed the people whose bones are here. And I'm a vampire, maybe? I don't know. It's weird. And then I wake up. Okay. Bye, guys.
Wow. That I was very amused by that one. Then when he said he killed the people himself, that took a sobering turn.
Yeah.
Why? What do you think? Bones, ball pit, childhood, a safe place that is dangerous. You're responsible for it. What does this reflect to you?
It kind of sounds like it has some parallels to that first dream, the waterfall dream, where maybe it's diving in there. It sounds like similar to that. Maybe he needs to get back to his roots.
Yeah. Safety.
Yeah.
Safety has been compromised. Childhood has been compromised. Gary, are these instincts or these feelings on target?
Yeah. He has taken his safety into his own hands and maybe gone a little rogue with his power.
Yes.
He's decided that he's in need of protection, and he has gone out and done more than just protect himself. He has harvested bones.
Seems like this dream really rattled you. You seem more rattled than I've seen you at any point during our last.
Yeah. That's why I feel like McDonald's imagery in dreams really.
Sure, you got clowns and vampires.
Yeah.
So McDonald's imagery in dreams, it really it shakes you up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more than the bones. It's the McDonald's factor.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he went to school for this and he's had a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
So let's not
100%.
maybe press him too much on it if it's.
Yeah.
And I've fallen into that trap before. It's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Gary, you're the best. You're the heart and soul of this podcast.
Thanks.
So McDonald's imagery is concerning. Is that
it
corporate
just
dominance? Is it
speaks to dominance in always. I think it is dominant in every direction, and I feel like that being prevalent in the dream is.
Sure, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that corporate. All-consuming thing that just takes over and there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
And that's the world we're living in right now where corporations commercialism they're bigger than the human individual. They're
So you're saying maybe like the McDonald's represents like commercialism and the fact that he's responsible for all these bodies is like he's putting commercialism ahead of humanity.
Yeah.
He's maybe
that's
his
what
effort to get into this McDonald's play place, this effort to get where he needed to go to get this selfish desire meant that he sacrificed people in the wake of it, and he feels he's a vampire. He sucks people's blood and their souls. And how can you have fun? Because how can you here, Gary? I feel like I'm in a zone. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like to put commercial pursuits, to want to get to this playpen, but to sacrifice people and their feelings along the way. When you get there, can you even enjoy it? Can you even enjoy the playpen now? Because you're responsible for the body. You did these things for a product, for a commercialism, for corporate desires. Can you even now? Have you sacrificed so much to get there in regards to humanity that now you can't even enjoy playing in this happy place?
Yeah, but I think we did it, right?
Yeah. We analyzed the shit out of that dream.
I feel, for the first time, I feel like I actually contributed on that front. So thank you, Gary. You've been so quiet with this one, and I realize now it's because you were really giving me room to spread my wings. Learning from you, You are my ancient one.
Yeah.
Wyatt, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I know it was a weird one, but I think a really eye-opening one, illuminating one.
Yeah, no, thank you, Chris, and thank you, Gary. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got it.
I feel like walking out, I'm gonna sleep a lot better now with everything that I've learned.
Major goal of mine. That's a beautiful thing to hear. In Your Dreams is produced by David Herman with help from many of the fine folks at Earwolf, Lex Friedman, Chris Ben, and John Delore, Jared O'Connell, and Zach Dinerstein. Our theme song is Square Ball by the Underground Railroad to Candyland.
This show would not be possible without you, the listeners, sending us your strange and wonderful dreams. So thank you.
If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe, rate, review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep tabs on me, Chris Gethard, on Twitter @Chris Gethard.
And you can follow me, Gary Richardson, @GaryYesGary. And, of course, In Your Dreams is brought to you by Casper, the obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price. Don't forget, you can get $50 off any mattress by visiting www.casper.com/dreams and using the offer code DREAMS. Terms and conditions apply, of course. Casper.com/dreams. Use the offer code DREAMS.
I'm Chris Gethard.
I'm Gary Richardson.
Thanks for listening.
Good night.